Today we are going to solve the past paper PPSC lecture physics test 2020. So our first MCQs is that which part of a transistor is doped the heaviest to supply charge carriers? So options are meter, base, collector, none of these. So answer is a meter. So next, our next question is that in an AC circuit, power is VI cos theta, VI sin theta, I square Z, and I square cross L. So answer is A, VI cos theta. So in the hint, in dot product, we take a projection of second quantity along the first quantity with the cos theta. So you can see that P is equal to VRMS, IRMS into cos theta. So answer is 1 by 2 V naught I naught cos theta. So question number 3 is that if you were to make a very sensitive glass thermometer, which of the following liquid would you choose? Mercury, alcohol, gasoline, glycerine. So answer is alcohol. And next hint, which gives you the information about the B option. So our next MCQs is that an object placed between F and 2F of a convex lens produces an image that is inverted real, upright real, inverted virtual, upright virtual. So the answer is that virtual and real. And the next one MCQs is that question number 5. Two objects with masses m, capital M, and m with the small m. M is less than capital M, are on frictionless surfaces. A force F accelerate m with an acceleration a. If that some force is applied to m capital, then this mass will move with the greater acceleration than small m, move with the same acceleration than m, and answer C is that move but with a smaller acceleration than small m. So our next MCQ is that problem related to the optic nerve is hypertropia. Next is next option is presbyopia, and the next one is myopia, and so the answer is that glaucoma. So next question is that question number 7. Bernoulli's equation is an expression of conservation of energy, conservation of mass, conservation of momentum, conservation of angular momentum. So answer is conservation of energy. Question number 8. Dot product of vectors A 5i minus 4j and B is equal to I plus j plus k, where I, j, and k are unit vector is. So the answer is D option 1. 9 question is that if a dielectric is placed between the plates of a capacitor, the capacitance increases. So the answer is A. 10 question is that the dash will cause least damage to a person exposed to a radioactive rays, alpha, beta, gamma rays. So the answer is C, alpha rays. Hence give you the information about the option C. So our next MCQ is that question number 11. An ideal gas occupies a volume of 100 centimeter cube at 20 degrees centigrade and a pressure of 100 pascal. Determine the number of moles of a gas in container. So the answer is D, 4.11 multiplied 10 to raise power minus 6 mole. So according to PV is equal to nRT, you can find the answer. So question number 12 is that the scattered photon in Compton effect has less energy than the incident photon and smaller frequency. So question number 13, which is not the unit for mass, pound, kilogram, and dyne. So dyne. Question number 14, the dimension of for force F is the dimension C, MLT inverse square. Which of the following determine the acceleration due to gravity? the shape of the earth, the density of the earth. So answer is D option, the shape, density and rotation of the earth. Question number 16 is that a pendulum has a time period of 3 seconds in an inertial frame. What is time period when measured by an observer moving with the speed of 0.95 c with respect to the pendulum? So the answer is D, 9.60 second. According to hint, you can find the answer. Question number 17, the resistance of a 52 millihenry inductor and a 65 microfarad capacitor at equal 80 hertz frequency. So according to hint, you can find find the answer. Question number 18, PV of an ideal gas is given by PV is equal to nRT. Question number 19, the acceleration of a gravity on the moon is 1/6 than 1 Earth. The weight of a 70 kg mass man on the moon is so answer is B, 114.33 Newton. Question number 20, two coils have a mutual inductance of 2 Henry. As a result of mutual inductance, an EMF of 4 volt exists in one cell. It follows that in the other coil, a current changing at the rate of 2 coulomb is flows two flows. And the next one, 21, the inductance required for a 2000 ohm reactance at 20 megahertz equals to the 15.9 microhenry. So 22, a lens of a focal length of 2 centimeter has a power of 5 diopters. So the answer is B. 23rd, what is the nature of binding of CH4 covalent? A long solenoid has a 10 turns per centimeter. If the current in the solenoid is 5A, what will be the magnetic field B inside the solenoid? So the answer is D, 6.28. 6.28. So the question number 25, the uncertainty in position is only del y is equal to 1.5 10 to raise power minus 11 meter. Determine the minimum uncertainty in the momentum of object where h is equal to 6.63 10 to raise power minus 34 joule second. So the answer is C, 3.50 multiplied 10 to raise power minus 24 kg meter per second. So according to uncertainty principle, you can find the answer. Question number 26, two parallel wires carrying currents in opposite direction repel each other. A sphere of radius r has a volume V. If the radius of a sphere is increased, then 3 times r, what is the volume now? So the volume is 27 V. And next question is that a 20 kg motorcycle traveling at the 30 meter per second hits a tree and is brought to rest in 0.10 seconds. What is the magnitude of average force acting on the car to bring it to rest? So the answer is 6.10 to raise power minus 4 Newton. 10 to raise power 4 Newton. So the next question is that if the driver in the bus you are traveling is suddenly accelerates, so you are pushed backwards. So the answer is B. Next question is that question number 30. The mass of oxygen is 32 U atomic mass unit, and how many molecules of oxygen are in 32 gram of the oxygen? So answer is B, 1 multiplied in 6.02 to 10 to raise power 23 molecules. Question number 31, the energy gap in semiconductor is less than that of an insulator. Kilowatt hour is a unit of energy. So the question number 33, the work function for silver surface is omega naught is equal to 4.73 electron volt. Find the minimum frequency that light must have to eject electrons from this surface where H is equal to 6.63 10 to raise power minus 34 joule second. So the answer is 1.14 multiplied 10 to raise power 15 hertz. So hint is given there. 34. The force of a gravity above the Earth's surface is proportional to, and inside the Earth it is proportional to. So the answer is B, 1 over R square or R. So question number 35. The magnitude of the force of a gravity between two identical objects is given by F naught. If the mass of each object is doubled and the distance between them is doubled, then the new force of a gravity between the objects will be. So the answer is F naught, where you can find the answer. Hint is given there. So question number 30. For resistance, R1 is equal to 20 ohm, R2 is equal to 50 ohm, and R3 is equal to 1 ohm are connected in parallel. The equivalent resistance is R. So the answer is D, where R is less than 1 ohm. And the 37 is the rate of change of linear momentum P is equal to the force. So 38, the color of light emitted by the LED depends on the type of the semiconductor material used. 39, Doppler effect is the principle underlying the measuring blood flow speed. And the next one is when the silicon is doped with a trivalent impurity, it is referred to as acceptor atoms. 41, a floppy disk in a computer rotates from rest to an angular speed of 31.4 radian per second in times 0.892 second. What is the angular acceleration of the disk? So the answer is 35.20 radian per second square. So the next one, 42, the rest mass energy of an electron is, so 0.511 10 to raise power 6 electron volt. And 43 is 9 when 9 multiplied 10 to raise power 13 electrons are removed from a body which has a change of 2.50 microcoulomb. What is its charge now? So the charge is plus 16.9 microcoulomb. Hint is also there. 44. At what temperature will be the resistance of copper wire becomes 3 times its value of 0 degree centigrade? So temperature coefficient of the resistance of copper is equal to 4 multiplied 10 to raise power minus 3 per coulomb. So the answer is 500 degree centigrade. And the next one is 45. A block on the end of a spring is pulled to position X is equal to A and released. Through what total distance does it travel in one full cycle of its moon? So the answer is 4A. 46. A car of mass 1000 kg was brought to rest on a level road by taking and 50 kilojoule of heat were produced to find the speed of the vehicle just before the brakes were applied. So the answer is B, 31.62 meter per second. 47, a truck of mass 750 kg moving at the 30 kilometer per hour hits a stationary dumpster of mass 1000 kg. The two vehicles stick and move together after the collision. What is their speed? So the answer is 12.85 kilometer per hour. Hint is also there. 48, equal charges Q1 and Q2, where Q1 is equal to the Q2 are separated by the 2 meter distance, and the force between them is F is equal to 9 Newton. What are the charges? So the charges are 63.00 microcoulomb. And 49, force coherence to light source must have be in phase, have the same wavelength and the same frequency. So the 50 MCQs, the specific heat of a substance A is greater than that of the substance B. The masses are the same if equal amount of energy given by heat to both these substances. The one reaching the higher temperature, assuming no melting, freezing, or evaporation occur, is, so the answer is substance B. 51, the temperature of a gas of initial volume Vi in a glass container is increased from Ti is equal to 200 Kelvin to T2 is equal to 800 Kelvin. The new volume is V2. Which equation is correct? So the answer is A. V1 is equal to V2 divided by 4. 52 is a Pauli exclusion principle, states that the no two electrons in the same atoms can have the same values for in quantum numbers. So answer is A, N, L, M1 and M2. So the next question is that 53. How many electrons pass a cross section of a wire in time 1 hour when the current is 1 ampere? So the answer is 2.25 10 to the raised power 22. So this is the correct answer. And the next one is 55. You observe to the helium balloons falling next to each other at the ends of the strings secured to a table. The facing surfaces of the balloons are separated by 1 to 2 centimeters. You blow through the opening between the balloons, and what happens to the balloons? So the answer is A, they move towards each other. 56 is diamond has 4 valence electrons. 57, a test car moves at a constant speed of 10 meters per second around a circular road of a radius 50 meters. Find its acceleration. So the answer is B, 2 meters per second square. Blood pressure is normally measured with the effect of the sphygmomanometer around the arm. Suppose that the blood pressure were measured with the cuff around the cuff of the leg of the standing person. So which of the following answer is that the same as it is for the arm? So next one is the pressure is 2.5 atmospheres. ATM, what is in pascals? So answer is B, 2.53 10 to the power 5 Pascal. 60, you are a passenger on a hot air balloon that is rising with constant velocity, and you are crying. Conclude about the second sound you hear as it falls to the ground. So the answer is B, is that the frequency decreases and intensity increases. And next one is that 61, the area of the sphere of the radius 35 centimeter is 1.54 meters square. So this one is the correct answer. And the 62, the time period T and the acceleration of gravity of the simple pendulum executing the simple harmonic motion when the amplitude is small are related by T is directly proportional to 1 over G under root. An object of mass M moves in a uniform circular motion on a horizontal frictionless table. The radius of a circle is R and the centripetal force F. If the radius and the speed is V are doubled, what is the centripetal force now? So the question answer is C2F. 64, in monitoring body temperature, the waves are produced. The waves are used infrared waves. So the next one is 65. All nuclei have roughly the same density. It is 2.3 10 to the power 17 kilogram per meter cube. 66, a transformer has 50 in the primary coil and 250 turns in the secondary coil. If the primary voltage is 14 volt, what is the output voltage? So 70 volt is the answer. 67, a 50 kg woman stands on a scale in an elevator. What does the scale read if the elevator is moving upwards with an acceleration of 2 meters per second square? So the answer is D, 590 Newton. 68 is that which one of the following statement correctly describes the abilities of engines A and B to do the work. If engine A has a greater power of rating than the engine B. So the answer is B, where engine A can do more work than the engine B in the same amount of time. So 69, the electron volt is the unit of energy. 70, there are the 310 to raise power 17 radon atoms. So we are trapped in a basement. How many radon atoms remain after 31 days? Use where n is equal to n naught e 10 to raise power minus lambda. So the answer is C, where 1.10 to raise power 5 radon atoms. 71, the uncertainty principle is that. So the answer is C, Px is greater than or equal to h by 4 pi del x. So 72, the Lorentz transformation equations reduced to the Galilean transformation equations when velocity is very large, velocity is very low. So the answer is B, the intensity of sound unit is decibel. 75, which one of the more of the following work done will be zero when the angle between the force and the displacement D is 90 degree. So which one are more of the following would lead to an increase in the maximum kinetic energy of the ejected photoelectrons from a metal surface on which light is shining? So the answer is C, increase the frequency of incident light. So the 76 is a uniform wire of length L and diameter D has a resistance R. Another wire of the same material has a length 2L and the diameter 2D. Its resistance will be the R by 2. So the 77 integrated circuit are critical for high-speed computers, and the fast response is due to the miniaturization and close packing of the components. So the 77 is frequency is adjusted by tuning. Krypton atomic number 36 has how many electrons in its next to the outermost shell? So the 8 is the answer. And the next one is 80. A box is at rest on a frictionless surface. Three surfaces are exerted on the box such that the box remains at rest, and one is force of 100 Newton and towards the rest, and another is a force of the 100 Newton towards the north. What is the third force for? So the answer is 1.42 Newton towards the southwest. So the next one is 81. MiG-21 destroyed by Pakistan. So this is a general knowledge. MiG-21 destroyed by the Pakistani Air Force on 27 April was manufactured by USSR. And the next one, 82, the total number of the bones in the normal adult human body is 206. The next one, which is the largest planet in the solar system, the Jupiter. And 84 is that Iron Cross was the highest military award of the Germany. And the 85 is which leader of the NWFP was also known as a frontier Gandhi Abdul Ghaffar Khan. So who was the first chairman of the Higher Education Commission of the Pakistan? Dr. Ataur Rahman. 87 is the hadith in which the steps of the narration are less in number is Ali. So Ali. So next one is 88. The capital of the Umayyad dynasty was none of these. And the 89 is that fill in the blanks so as to make the sentence complete and the meaningful. His comments were almost irrelevant to the topic of the evening. Next one, fill in the blanks so as to the sentence complete and meaningful. His face is not familiar to me. And next one is controls, coordinates, and directs all the operations performed by the computer CU control unit. And the 92, the code of the web page is written using which of the following language? HTML. So this is all about the PPSC paper 2020.